Some insights for Tesla and Apple. Can we buy these two stock now? Any big move coming soon? Today, I will give you the insight from the chart and education about how to read the chart. If you want to master the chart, you have to watch this video. Welcome to ymchannel. This channel is for education only. We don't recommend you any stock. Now we look at Tesla. This is monthly chart. In my previous video, I mentioned the Tesla like to do sideways or a triangle. Like this is monthly chart. So one candle is 1 month. So let's say this one, this is a one triangle and then big jump up. And this one, basically, they have two box here, one box and two box, and then big jump up. And now, in my last video, I mentioned this one, they have two triangle. The big one is like this, the big one. So the big one, the breakout line is around 400. And we do have a small one. If you look at the weekly chart, we do have a small one. But first, the monthly chart, if you don't have my indicator, you can use this kind of pattern to see is it a good point to buy or not. We are still inside this triangle. So when we are on the upper line of this triangle, basically it's like a ceiling. Okay, when we are touching the downtrend line here, basically it's like a bouncing forward. When they touch, they bounce. When they touch, they bounce. When they touch, they bounce. Now they touch it, they're squeezing it a little bit. Okay, so now I want to show you my indicator to tell you, let's say you don't know this kind of pattern, blah blah blah, the volume, the candle things. You can also look at this red line. The red line is called YM Club Fast. This one is a very fast check line to tell you the turn went from downward trend to upward trend. So you just buy at the beginning when they change the trend. Okay, this is so easy. It's a no-brainer gram. For example, here you buy here. Okay, when do you sell? You sell when they change to downward. You sell here. Same for here. You buy, and then this one the flat. It means the sideway, right? And you can also choose to reduce because they drop below. They drop below, it means the market is getting weaker. And now you tell me what is going on. This is a sideway. So for monthly chart, basically, it's not yet decided direction yet. Okay, there's no turn yet. Okay, there's nothing yet. And I want to show you something for the weekly chart because I mentioned they have two big triangle, right? One big triangle like this is nothing yet. But if we look at the small triangle here, which is on the weekly chart, my last video, I also mentioned it. We are inside this triangle. Okay, we are inside this triangle. I want to show you this one. Okay, so we need to have a breakout of this. But look at here. This is a weekly chart, by the way. This is a weekly chart. You can see they're doing like bounce up and bounce down within this triangle. And we are going to above, they're trying to go above this trend line. This is weekly chart. Let's say you don't know how to see the pattern. Now we look at my indicator called YM Club Fast. Do we have any upward for the YM Club Fast? If yes, still downward, okay? Still downward. Now we look at, once they have a breakout, they will have a big up. Now we look at the daily chart. This is the daily chart, okay? According to this triangle, basically we have today the candle to jump above this channel, okay? Today we have one candle to go above the channel. Some people say, oh, can we buy lower point? If you have my indicator, the game is much easier. Now we have look at this one. This blue line is a trend line. Compared to the red line, it's more stable, okay? And they change the direction right away also. From downward, when it's from downward to upward, basically you can buy. It's confirmed from downward trend to upward trend. Now you can see, we go above this blue line now. We go above basically yesterday. And if you look at YM Club Super Long, this is a super long-term trend line. Basically for people who doesn't want to trade too much. Okay, so you basically buy with the purple, you hold it. And now we have a second signal basically on Wednesday here. On Wednesday. So you buy here, you buy here. Okay, now we go above it. Basically, they go more in advance than the traditional method. Okay, they go more advanced. So now if we look at the super fast trend line, it's going upward. It's going upward. Okay, it is still quite, the blue line is still going downward. So what does it mean? It's quite fluctuating. But if we look at the fund movement, look at here. The fund movement basically yesterday when they go above the blue with our strategy, when they go up above the blue, and you can see the YM big buy, they turning upward and the best is going above zero. Okay, what is YM big buy? This is a big volume trade. So the green is net buy, the red is net sell. They filter the big volume trade. It's not for the normal people, it's not for individual, but for big volume trade. Another one called YM cheapest. This is institution. When they go above zero, they also show you they are getting more chips the institution. Okay, so basically this candle and this candle show you, hey, basically it's a good point to buy. Okay, remember when we use the blue to buy, we use the blue to sell. Okay, so for example, try not to trade with the red line. The red line is way too fast. This one, you buy here, you buy here, you sell here, you sell here. And that's it, right? You buy here, you buy here. Okay, another thing I want you to see is YM chip entry. They buying here. They have a lot of institution buying. This indicate institution buying, institution buying, institution buying. So basically, it seems like today they confirm the breakout of the triangle. Okay, look at institution is going up and big volume buying is also buying and it's above zero. So it's pretty strong. So if you use the blue light, basically here, I'm not recommend you to do any trade, but this video is only for education, how to use this indicator and how to read the chart with the traditional method, for example, pattern. Okay, so this is quite essential for you to understand. Of course, Tesla have different resistance. We have different level. Every single top here is a resistance. Okay, and our ultimate resistance is the one on the monthly chart. Okay, and that one is huge one. Once we have a breakout, basically, they confirm we will have a big going up. But before that, basically, our YM club fast should turn before that. Should turn because they are more in advance, more fast than the traditional method. This is the trick. Okay, the other thing I want you to see, actually, I bought that one also, is Apple. So if you have my indicator, let's say you don't have my indicator first, I want you to look at the monthly chart. Apple have been quite not in favor lately. People focus on Nvidia, people focus on Facebook, people focus on other stock, but not Apple. They think, oh, Apple is not doing really well for AI. But every single time when it's the best buying time, people hesitate. And I want to show you this chart. This is monthly chart, okay? It's no indicator, but I want to show you every single time in his historical. Basically, this one dropped by 64%. This one dropped by 44%. One candle is 1 month. So this is they dropped 9 months. This one they dropped more than 1 year. This one they dropped more than 1 year, 33%. This one they dropped 2 months. Okay, 2 months, 35%. This one they dropped for 1 year, 32%. And guess how far we go? How much so far we drop? So I want you to understand the pattern thing. So now we drop already, hello, 34% or 35% basically. Okay. So are we in the range that it is very possible the drop is finished according to this chart? Most likely, yes, unless you're going to a bigger range like 44% or 63%. It's possible. Yes, it's possible. But we have also possibility that we have reached the bottom for Apple. Another thing I want you to see is the indicator for this one is quite interesting. We look at the fast first. Uh, Not the fast. Look at the super long first. Every single stock is a little bit different. This monthly chart, every single time when they touch the purple, when they touch the purple, when they touch the purple, when they touch, except this one, they drop below the purple. Basically, it form kind of support. You see here. You see here. Okay, they just touch it. This one is quite strong. The wick touch it, and then they bounce up again. This one, the wick comes down, but the body actually is still fine, supported by the purple line, right? The purple means super long-term trend line. This one, monthly chart. So we are talking about super long-term trend line. Although everyone say, oh, Apple is a bit behind for the AI technology, blah, blah, blah. Yes. But if you look around, how many people hold Apple? How many people use their product, right? So are they going to die? I mean, you need to check the reality. How many people still using the Apple, okay? Or they using other, you look at the percentage, okay? So I still think Apple have a big advantage. Okay, now we look at another traditional indicator first before my indicator called RSI. This is a free indicator to tell you the momentum of the stock. I want you to look at the monthly chart. Everyone can do that. If you line up basically back to 1997, from 1997, basically, if you link the bottom of the RSI, basically you find a very stable trend line here. Of course, we can line up another line later, but we're talking about buying points. Basically, you can see on this day in May, this month, basically in May, this point to tell you, hey, basically the momentum has hit the bottom most likely. Basically, they did not drop below. So they go up. Okay? So this is RSI. But I understand not so many people look at every single traditional indicator. Otherwise, you get yourself so busy. That's why I have my indicator. It's more advanced and much easier for you to use. Now we look at my indicator. How to tell this is a good buying point? Is there any money coming in? This is the more critical question, right? We have money come in for monthly chart, which doesn't happen that often in 1997 and 2000, year 2000, year 2002, year 2003. After that, it doesn't happen in monthly chart. If it happens for monthly chart, I tell you what, you just close your eyes to buy in, basically. Because basically, monthly chart is super, super rare to show you the YM chip entry. Okay, so and now we go back to, so no buying here. Is it bad? But I want to show you also the YM big buy first. This called big volume trade, right? Big volume money coming in or coming out. So you can see basically here they have money coming in. But what I want you to see is the purple line. It's a purple line. I want to show you YM Club Fast. Okay, YM Club Fast and YM Big Buy for monthly chart. Only two indicators to tell you. This money come in. Look at here first. Look at here first. Or every single time when the purple from downward change the direction to upward, it means the money come in. The money from going out to coming in. Okay, money go first and then the trend go. Okay, from downward change to upward. When they change, we buy at the beginning of the trend, of the change. Okay, not we don't buy at the middle because you don't know where is the end. So now we don't have the confirmation to tell you, hey, the money has already changed. No, not yet. But we do have good size, which is the green candle. Okay, green candle. The purple line is the average. And the red is not yet changing the direction, but it's slowing down the speed of dropping, right? And we are going to cross above this red line. So it's a very good trend to tell you, hey, we are trying to change the trend from downward to upward, but not yet confirmed for monthly chart. How about weekly chart? Weekly chart, do we have money coming in for YM chip entry? Basically, previously in April, this few basically more than basically around 2 months, they have money come in here. They tell you this basically they tell you this is the bottom zone. This is the bottom zone. The W, they're already to tell you they're changing the direction. Okay? They're already changing the direction. And you see, every single time when the green happen, is the bottom. And now I want to show you the faster one, of course, is the daily chart, and then weekly chart, and then monthly chart. Monthly chart is like at the biggest boats. It take time for them to change the direction. So, but the biggest boats, they have less fall signal. What I want to tell you is the Apple. If you look at our side, we have a great opportunity right now. Okay, we have a great opportunity right now. Although the highest is lower and lower, but we do have a buying signal here. Okay, and weekly chart to show you we do have money coming in. We do have money coming in. And how about daily chart? Daily chart is important to tell you the buy and sell signal. Daily chart, I want you to look at the YM Club long. Basically, what happened? I hide the red first. Okay. From downward trend here, they have signal to buy to upward. And then the blue from downward, they have signal to buy when it's upward. And basically 2 days ago, they flash another buying signal here when they go above. Okay. When they go above, do we have money to catch up? Oh, actually, yesterday we do have money to catch up. Look at the YM Big Buy. The YM Big Buy show you above zero. They're crossing above the zero. Okay. How about YM Chip Pass? Look, it's very steadily. It's going up. The institution chips is going up. And on this day, when we go above this, you can see the red bar going above this purple line. This purple line is the average of this red line. Okay, so basically it's a buy signal on Wednesday. Okay, today we have a yellow signal. We have a yellow signal. So you need to have for my follower and Apple have some opportunity, but now already have the yellow signal. With my indicator, you should buy on this day or yesterday. Okay. And YM Club Fast is a fast track line is also going upward. So free line is going upward. So it look really, really good. And when the yellow happen, it means it start to have some risk. Okay. In yellow. When the yellow disappear, they drop below the last yellow. Then at the same time, they drop below the red. Then you sell or you reduce. You further reduce here. Okay, so this is the update for you for Apple and Tesla. I hope you like this video. And my purpose here is to educate you with traditional indicator and also with more advanced indicator, my indicator. You can subscribe to it, the link in the description. You have it or you don't have it, doesn't matter. But more important is you have your own strategy. Okay, if you don't have my indicator, it's fine. And you just minimum. So every time I try to give you some traditional method, how to read the chart. It's a little bit delayed than the uh than my indicator. Of course, otherwise you won't pay for that, right? This is the value. But it's still okay. It's still okay. I want you to make money from the stock market. Okay? So I see you in the next video. Bye. Click like, subscribe, share with your friend. Bye.